Dr. Myles Munroe, 1954 to 2014, was a Bahamian pastor, teacher, author, and motivational speaker who made significant contributions to the fields of leadership, personal development, and spirituality. He was a prominent figure in the Christian community and was widely known for his teachings on leadership, purpose, and kingdom principles. True leaders don't invest in buildings. Jesus never built a building. They invest in people. Why? Because success without a successor is failure. So your legacy should not be in buildings, programs, or projects. Your legacy must be in people. Our life is the sum total of all the decisions we make every day, and those decisions are determined by our priorities. The value of life is not in its duration, but in its donation. You are not important because of how long you live. You are important because of how effective you live. Don't die old, die empty. That's the goal of life. Go to the cemetery and disappoint the graveyard. Prayer is our invitation to God to intervene in the affairs of earth. It is our request for Him to work His ways in this world. You weren't born just to live a life and to die. You were born to accomplish something specifically. Matter of fact, success is making it to the end of your purpose. That is success. Success is not just existing. Success is making it to the end of why you were born. I think that the greatest gift God ever gave man is not the gift of sight but the gift of vision. Sight is a function of the eyes, but vision is a function of the heart. When you believe in your dream and your vision, then it begins to attract its own resources. No one was born to be a failure. The greatness of a man is measured by the way he treats the little man. Compassion for the weak is a sign of greatness. Character in leadership is the most important balance for leadership. Without character, leaders have no safety. Leadership has no protection without character. God's purpose is more important than our plans. Death can never kill an idea. Ideas are more powerful than death. Ideas outlive men and can never be destroyed. So what do you desire to do? What do you really want to do as a person? You need to stop and document that, write it down, make a plan, and then God says, I'll direct your steps. Young people all over the world are very frustrated. They are very disillusioned. Many of them are turning their backs on religion. They are walking away from the faith of their parents, and most of this is because religion has failed them. The kingdom is the love of God prevailing in politics, in business, in government, in media. It is all the impact of the laws of God creating a social environment where the strong help the weak, where those who have give to those who don't. It's a society where relationships are built on love. Every human heart cries and yearns for the same thing, a chance to fulfill his or her own dreams and desires. Even the poorest man has a dream. We are a sum total of what we have learned from all who have taught us, both great and small. We live in a disposable, cast off and throw away society that has largely lost any real sense of permanence. Ours is a world of expiration dates, limited shelf life, and planned obsolescence. Nothing is absolute. When man fell from grace, he lost a kingdom, not a religion. He lost dominion over the earth, he did not lose heaven. Therefore, mankind's search is not for a religion or for heaven, but for his kingdom. The people who have impacted the world didn't live long. Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy. These people who impact the world were not old people, but they lived so effectively that we cannot erase them from history. I think leadership is not something you learn, it's something you discover. Whenever I talk about the Bahamas and its beauty, I could never stop talking about my God, who has given us all of this beauty. I was born on an island with 96% of the people black. But all the power and the economy was in the hands of white people who only formed 4%. It is my belief that no matter how advanced man may become in science, technology, systems, and knowledge, he can never improve on the foundational precepts of marriage as the bedrock of social development. I discovered who I was when I discovered God. You are just like your Father God. Whenever they sang a certain song in church, I used to sing it the loudest, lead me, guide me, along the way. One day, as I was singing this song, I felt as if the Lord was saying to me, lead you along what way? I realized then that if you don't have a plan, God doesn't have anything specific to direct you in. Nothing is more difficult than trying to correct history. It is my conviction that marriage is such a good idea, only God could have thought of it.